welcome to Uploading Podcast, episode number 31.
Hello,
the flagship
hello.
podcast. The flagship podcast of continuing meaningless change, like what they always do.
Delightful.
It is me, Silas, and we're again joined by Sod of the Gaming of Passion. Yes.
Hello. Yes. Eternally horny on main, despite attempting to be PG-13 while streaming. Oh boy, is that a balancing act to go over?
Okay. I hope all of you are doing great. Was doing great until we started recording these. And by that I mean, by that I'm just referring to that again. We are like 2 hours late for recording this. I should be used to it by now, but I'm absolutely fucking not. And do you realize every time when I'm like setting up the recording and stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's 22:04 now. Oh my god, I'm so late for this shit. Holy crap. And then I send the thing to Sod, and it takes another hour. And I fully know that's going to happen, but I'm still so upset with myself that I didn't.
The thing is, though, it doesn't happen
on time.
It doesn't happen every time. That's the thing, though. That's why you haven't gone numb yet.
Well, that's true.
It just
happens often.
Upon occasion, to be fair, I'm literally coming off a live stream that sometimes could go over, or like a hiccup could happen that puts me in a bad mood, and I'm just like, nah, I gotta eat and I gotta like decompress, otherwise I'm gonna be very sour on the recording. But yeah, to be fair, if I had gone straight into the recording on this today, like
right into the recording,
straight into the recording, straight into
would have been
the
salty
recording.
then. Yeah.
Well, you'd certainly enjoy salty things, don't you?
Are the straights okay? No. Sod. When I'm straight, I'm salty. That's the quote of the day. It's not a true quote.
No, I was just making a joke about you being, I believe, bi or gay, and liking salty things, i.e., warm hot jism.
Have the pansexual. Well, okay, we don't have it now. On my normal streams, we have the pansexual flag in the bottom right corner because we had an idiot in the streams a few days ago.
I'm sorry about that.
The dude was like, "Oh, who do you think is going to win in football?" And I was like, "I don't even know what the hell is going on. Are you talking about like the women's Euro 2020s, 2022s?" That was not good. Saying that was not a good thing with that piece of shit in chat. He was getting so mad, like, oh, the women can't play football. Yes, it looks hard, but fuck them, they can't play shit. And then eventually I just banned him, and then he realized that I'm a gay, he said, and he was like, oh, if you came to my country, you would get raped and killed. And I'm like, dude, you have like, that's like so many places where you can see that is in my chat rules and everywhere. It just says don't do like dumb shit about LGBTQ. So now I've just put like flags and shit in my stream in a little slideshow thing in the bottom right. So you can't fucking miss the 5 different versions of some fucking flags if you watch the streams. Holy shit.
Just add that in now. Add it in live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Just the one we got going right now, unless it's a completely different overlay, in which case.
Well, for this, add it here too for Uploading Podcast.
I mean, why not? Support the gays.
I guess we could do that.
Support the gays. The group of people at any moment of notice could have all the rights taken away from them. Yay! Ah, God, America sucks. It sucks so hard right now.
Well, at least you were there once. You can still...
Well, it's like a goddamn boulder that constantly throws itself into a pond. It has ripple waves. It doesn't really matter what just happens with the borders. It's what it inspires everywhere else. A good example, a lot of the shit Nazi Germany did, they took notes from the far right in America. Like, that's pretty goddamn fucked.
Oh, okay, now the stream was just a giant EU flag. Nice. No, let's just make that small. Put it in the right corner too.
I can't wait for that to pop in. Don't forget, if you have it in studio mode, you have to hit transition for changes
No,
to
I
take
don't
place.
have it in studio mode. I used to, and then I just got confused. I will return to studio mode
I
eventually.
see it now. I'm keeping an eye. I'm a moderator for the chat.
On my other streams or my normal streams, I also have a Germany flag there. I don't want to add that now until I have an Ireland flag thing too. I don't want to Google for that though. Something
Well,
of a
then
similar
you will
style.
also have to put up an American flag. You see how we're smiling here?
No.
I am Irish American. You cannot.
This is
ignore
only
that.
referring to where exactly you live, which is in the EU.
It's for pride of who you are as a person. And god damn it,
What do you
am
feel
a
more
dumb
though? Do you
fuck
feel more
American.
Irish or do you feel more US American?
I feel more furry, if I'm perfectly honest.
Okay.
I was smiling so hard at the beginning of this. Ooh,
Well, I've got the little
boy.
EU flag and the pan flag and the old style LGBT flag and the newer one.
Hmm.
What else is there? I don't know. I think that's it. Well, let's move on to some of the talking
Is there a
points, I guess.
flag for like horny on Maine? Is there a flag that represents that? You're
I don't
googling
know.
that right now.
I'm not googling that. No, I'm not googling that.
You will then.
I'm not googling. No. Yes, you can. You can do it.
What flag is this? Horny on Maine. Oh yes, it's a thing, and it actually looks kind of pretty.
No. Why?
It is actually a very good flag.
I will not
Copy
add
image.
that there. I will not add that there.
You can and you will.
I'm not going to.
Yes, you will. Look at it. Look at how pretty it is in the Discord.
Oh my god. Okay.
Uploading podcast of us spiraling out of control.
You're full of shit. I don't believe you.
I that's what I got from a Google result. If it's inaccurate, my apologies.
Well, I'm just gonna say yes. I've edited now. You will see it in 5 hours or something when the slideshow rolls over to it.
Very flag. Oh, not as many good ones there. Well, it's just the LGBTQ flag with like a paw over top of it. That's nice. Which, to be accurate, gays and furries, they overlap a fair amount, A lot of pride in them furries. A lot of pride.
Oh my god. So I've written down a few notes. First of all is I have to absolutely apologize for what happened on Monday. You've probably noticed, unless you don't listen to the episodes on Monday, but I've completely missed uploading the episode on Monday. I can explain why. There's an explanation. I was editing the episode got released on Tuesdays, which is why the date was wrong. So what happened was on Sunday I was editing the thing, and then I stopped and went to a restaurant and ate some pizza. Then I came back home and completely forgot about editing the episode, like finishing the edit and uploading it. And then on Monday I was like, oh, well, that's not. Oh, I forgot about this. So that's why it's come out on, I think, on Tuesday or something. Well, what's happening now? Is Solo can't hear him anymore?
Sorry,
Okay.
I was just taking a second.
Taking a second. Why did you press the hand up button?
No, I misclicked the unmute button.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Nice.
Anywho, I feel like it's an earnest mistake to make, Don't get yourself too beat up over it.
I just forgot. Sometimes I do other things while editing the episode because, like, editing this is mostly just you listen to it and until you're like, oh, well, that's stupid, and then you pause it and edit the thing out and then continue listening to the rest. I continued doing the thing that I was doing, but I didn't start editing again because I just forgot. In my mind, I was like, oh, I need to do this. Like, I was trying to fuck around with like Blender for something. I don't even fully remember, but I opened Blender again. I tried the thing around, do the fuck around with the thing again, but I didn't open the digital audio workstation. So yeah, jokes on us for being late. Jokes on me for not being late for recordings, but being late with releasing the episodes, which objectively is way worse.
Yes.
But okay.
And if you want to know exactly when the episode has been uploaded, be sure to follow us on our Twitter at UploadingPod. In order for, to get notifications of our tweets. They go out automatically as soon as the thing is available. So follow us there if you want to keep that subscribed. And I gotta remember to regularly retweet the thing.
Or I just need to show you the fucking thing to set up the auto retweet one.
Yeah, that would be a huge help.
I should
that
just
would be
fucking show you that.
An absolute huge help.
You need to do a Discord call for that, though.
Probably.
So I can show you the visual thing element. I'm not going to explain it with words.
Anyhow, we're at 15 minutes. Rambling sections and days of the week. Days of the week. Go, Silas. Go, go, go.
Days of the week.
The thing. Reading them out.
First of all, it's the biggest one, the popular one, is National Raspberry Cream Pie Day. Exactly the reaction I expected.
I hope people have a wonderful time making raspberry cream pies today.
Raspberry cream pie is often overlooked, an often overlooked kind of dessert, which is why everyone who can should be sure to celebrate and enjoy everything about National Raspberry Cream Pie Day. Oh, that's different ones. That's white chocolate raspberry cream pie, vegan dairy-free raspberry cream pie, dark chocolate raspberry cream pie, okay, black bottom raspberry cream pie. Okay, that is pretty funny. Who doesn't want some dark chocolate raspberry cream pie? Substitute Graham cracker crust with a chocolate cookie crust and use cocoa powder.
I'd more be the one making a cream pie with someone of that complexion. Nope, it's gotten away from me. Oh well. Yeah. Silas is more the one wanting a cream pie, but still.
No.
Why not?
I am the top lines on the stream for a reason.
You keep saying that.
That's the joke. That's you. Well, I keep saying that because it's actually true. You fuck. So the next. Oh no! Skip this one. We'll skip this one.
No, read it. Read it. When you say it, we have to skip this one. I know it must be read.
I want this one. I want to do it. No.
Read it. Read it.
It is. Yeah. I don't think we said this, by the way. It's the 1st of August, 2022, when this is coming out. It is also National Girlfriend's Day. Not quite like Valentine's Day. This is about the girlfriends. 2 different words referencing your friends, not romantic entanglements, but friendly concourse and relaxation.
I mean, friends with benefits exist, Nice platonic relationship with, some carnal satisfaction. But regardless, you tell every acquaintance of yours, every friend of yours at a streamer how much you appreciate them and are happy to have them in your life.
National Planner Day. Nice. World Lung Cancer Day. Not nice. Sucks to be you. I'm very sorry.
May they rest in peace.
National Alpaca Day.
I swear we've done that before.
I don't know, maybe. Yorkshire Day.
The fuck is that?
Okay. If you're from the county or city of Yorkshire, join in on the events that commemorate all the local traditions, from food to military practice and more. Yorkshire Day.
Okay.
Good day, Yorkshire folks. How you doing? And hope we have some listeners from Yorkshire. Otherwise, this is pretty weird. Send us an email.
Who knows?
uploadingpod@gmail.com. I've, by the way, changed our default description to actually now show people our email, which I just had never put in there for some reason, so maybe we'll get something now.
Yeah, I should probably do that as well at some point. You will. Anywho, any other funny ones before we move on from this bit, or?
Don't really think so. None of these other ones are funny.
I saw nothing that can be double entendre, phrasing, bondage related at all.
Well, World Scout Scarf Day.
Ooh! Oh, those poor boys.
Dig out your old Girl or Boy Scout scarf and show your pride for this generation's old tradition that has taught so many kids important survival skills and more.
Oh god, don't shine that under the black light.
Death.
Don't shine that scarf under the black light. You'll be horrified by what you find. Oh, the counselors. Curse those counselors. Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. There's also the months. National Catfish Month.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to assume that's referring to the actual fish as opposed to...
Yes, go fishing for catfish, order it at a restaurant, or try your hand at cooking up your own fish using any number of tasty but simple catfish recipes.
Or create a catfish furry OC.
Okay. That would count towards National Inventors Month, probably.
Ooh!
Which was also August.
Well,
that's
no, I'm back on FNAF now. Why do I have these two songs bouncing about in my head? We're derailing this now as well. My apologies. Anyhow, where were you with the other months of the year?
Months of the year? Yes, 12 of them, yeah.
I'm dyslexic. I can't remember it off the top of my head. We're going to
move on because we need some other months for the rest of the recordings of this month. For the next month, I mean. Can't do all of them in one go, can we?
No, we can't. So, rambling topics now?
Well, one of them I already said, which was the oops.
Okay, and you have a new SSD.
I don't have one. I bought one. And that's my only rambling topic right now.
Okay, that's it. I
2 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 SSD for 200.
That is useful.
Euros.
That is very useful.
Very fast and very useful, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to install a new operating system on it, and that will become a video. By the way, about streaming, another thing, I guess I can mention this. I did my first IRL stream yesterday. Yes, yesterday.
Wunderbar.
On Thursday.
Now.
Where we just cooked food.
Aww.
Don't get mad at me, Spanish people. We made a Spanish tortilla.
Oh my god! Is that an actual thing going around now about people like being mad about like making food from like other cultures? Like, really?
I think people get mad when you fuck it up, and I do think that I've made a few potential mistakes, but I'm not sure because we don't have Spanish viewers on my stream.
What if you just have like different tastes? What constitutes a fuck up, and what constitutes I don't like it the way I like it. People tell me it's supposed to be made. I like making it this way. I find it tasty.
Well, but then don't call it I don't know. Don't call it ramen if you're not going to reuse ramen noodles. If you put like soba in it or something, it's not ramen anymore. Just call it a different name. Or
I
sometimes
don't know
when
about that.
I like watching sorted food on YouTube,
Mhm.
and every single time they do any kind of food, they always say, "Oh, this is an authentic Singaporean whatever the fuck it is," and then they just slightly do things differently. And every time people write in the comments like, "Oh, all their problems would just go away if they stopped calling it authentic."
Okay, that's fair enough.
So there's correct ways to do things.
I don't
Of
know.
course, you can change it up, but then don't call it an authentic fucking Singaporean laksa or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like obviously, if you're not from the place where it's like traditionally associated with, don't say just like authentic or like
If you don't have
country
all the
made.
real ingredients and stuff or the real techniques for it.
I will say though, like nothing exists in a vacuum as long as it's not like malicious intent to like steal away or deprive from the indigenous culture it was from, but it's just like, hey, this is a neat thing. I'm gonna do it as well because I like it. That's fine in my book. But yeah, it's weird.
It just depends on how you handle things, I very much believe. If you think that you're the best chef ever and you just take this big Asian dish and just change it around because you're Jamie Oliver and just don't tell anyone that you've changed stuff and then make it seem like you're the biggest boss ever and the most amazing dude, even though you're not, that's not good. I think it's
again,
about being nice and humble and not a dick.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, again, I would describe it as like the food it is, but like not like the traditional, form of it, which traditional authentic form. But yeah, if it's still for the most part looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and walks like a duck, I think it's fair enough to call it a duck, despite some changes to the plumage.
Yes, but that's not the point. The point is, if anyone gets mad at me, then I think that's not good, but I will think it's funny.
Okay. Yes.
It was a garbage stream anyways. Fucking, I did it from the Trovo app, and I just found out that their app doesn't allow you to do landscape filming with the camera, only portrait mode, which I hated so much.
Yeah, that's
but
bad.
That was a first test, but I think it was fun. We had lots of viewers. It continuously had like 5 and 6 viewers, which was kind of normal for me. I didn't expect that many people to show up for me making a fucking tortilla.
Well, congratulations.
Mostly
You're on your way to becoming a foodie. Someday soon you'll be doing mukbang videos.
No, I want to make funny cooking videos. There's this German channel with these 5 gamer dudes, and they make gaming videos, but they've, in the pandemic, started doing cooking videos too, and it's just funny seeing like 5 dudes in their own homes fucking up things like ever so slightly and doing really doing things slightly differently, and then yeah, it's interesting to watch. It's a good format, but I don't have enough people to do that with, so I'm going to do that on my own, maybe.
Fair enough.
Maybe some content for A Guy Called Silas channel. As none of you know, I have another channel, which I had before, which is called A Guy Called Silas, just for like entertainment stuff.
A Guy Does Silas. Please change it to that.
No. A Guy Does Silas. That's not funny.
It is. That's gonna be
the OnlyFans, yeah.
Well, I mean, any day now.
No. Time to lose weight for that,
yeah. Or gain a lot of weight and like hammer home on that niche.
And then it's called Two Guys Do Silas, whatever the fuck you said. Not a guy, but two. Two guys do Silas.
And if you're wondering what my rambling section is about there, are you aware of this Silas? Just the prince? Can you guess based off of that?
No.
Well, it has to do with the royal family of the United Kingdoms. One of the princes, I don't bother.
Have an OnlyFans?
Nope. One of the princes, I don't bother to remember his name. He was described as the one that's bald and with the teeth, I think. Or hair. Either way, just their energy. He just exists.
Oh.
And he's in a position where you have to know he exists, but not much else beyond that. Anywho, kind of racist, only referred to Meghan Markle, if I'm remembering the name correctly, as the American, and said she was too, air quotes, American for the royal family, has recently been discovered to be having an extramarital affair, and during the course of that affair, engaging in a fair amount of pegging, coming to be known as the Prince of Pegging.
Is that real? Is that a real thing? That's not real, is it?
It is.
Fuck, is it?
Yes. The hashtag was trending. And I would just like to take this moment right now to ask everybody not to beseech the good name of pegging. It is a perfectly valid and wholesome way for two partners to interact with one another. Please, call this shitweasel a shitweasel. Do not mock him for the fact that he enjoys pegging.
Oh my god, is that real? It says that it's rumors. It says that it's rumors.
My whole thing was like extramarital affair, which seems to be confirmed. And I just mentioned it was trending on Twitter. Like, everybody saw it, so... Apparently Silas, except for Silas, though. Do you not spend a lot of time on Twitter?
Yes, I spend a lot of time on Twitter, but not... I don't... How would I see that? So, I want to do topic 1, and...
Mm-hmm.
One and... Yeah, I'll do 3.
Are you sure? Which ones do you really want to do? We can deviate from the pattern this one time. If you really want to do, like, 1 and 4, 1 and 2. I
hate number 1, and I also really hate number 3. The other 2 ones I like, and I think it's funny if I can read the ones that I don't like because I'll get angry.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's what I would say that.
And by all means, rip and tear.
And also number 3 is the longest one. No, number 2 is also pretty long, but yeah, okay. So we'll transition into topic number 1 now. You
wonderful viewers,
hot listeners, great listeners, amazing people probably. Please don't listen to us if you are murderers.
Please don't. Please don't.
Topic number 1. Google Play gets a new logo for its 10-year anniversary. If you've listened to the other shows, you'll know where this is going. Google Play is getting a new logo today to celebrate its 10-year anniversary. Google has slightly tweaked the overall shape of its Google Play logo, but the most notable changes are the less vibrant colors that more closely match the green, yellow, blue, and red hues that Google uses for many of its other services. It's a subtle adjustment that also complements the new Chrome logo updated earlier this year. We are introducing a new logo that better reflects the magic of Google and matches the branding shared by many of our helpful products, Search Assistant, Photos, Gmail, and more, explains Tian Lim, Vice President of Google Play. The new logo and iconography also mark 10 years of Google Play after it was rebranded from Android Market in 2012. To mark the 10 years of Google Play, Google is also offering a boost in Google Play points. If you activate the points booster, the start dates vary by country, you'll earn 10x points on purchases, including most in-app items. I like that you get 10x points now. That's pretty cool. But then if you click on the sources, the source link for this story, which is the first one, you can see a little slider thing from on the Verge article, and you can see the old one and the new one. You fuckers need to stop doing this. I'm telling you to just stop slightly changing your logos.
Yeah, like you don't need to work this hard just to justify the existence of your role. It has to exist. Stop making these like incremental, needless changes just for the sake of like validation, or like, or just tell your bosses like, hey, fuck off, man. Like, this has to exist for whatever point a major change needs to be done. It is not my fault that we don't have anything major to do right now. And you can't just hire on somebody new at the very moment you need it, because then they won't be as good and won't be ready, and they'll make a shit show out of it. It's just a role that needs to exist, but doesn't always have an abundance of work to do. Just accept it. Accept it.
They exist, but like, have you you use an iPhone, but have you ever noticed how genuinely garbage all the new Google logos look? The new Google apps, they look so horrible. I can never find what I want to see, because all of those are just like
bland and similar
lines that are in like green, yellow, red, and blue. All of them are just lines. All of them. And when I want to like do something in the calendar, the calendar, it's blue, yellow, and red and green lines, just like Google Mail, Google Drive, Fit, fucking the Google One app, and Google Home. I can never fucking find the fucking apps because they're absolutely not distinct in any fucking way.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. That's kind of a problem when you decide that's like uniform like design. But you without can do any room for variance.
You can do uniform design in a good way, I think. I don't think they've done it here. Especially because it's just all the same colors. Like, if you can have a unified style, but still change things in it, right? They don't have to use all the same colors for everything.
Yet they insist on doing it. They have decided
to do it because that's the Google colors.
That's the Google colors.
Like, what do the iPhone apps look like nowadays? iPhone default apps. Let me just look at that. I'm going to assume that I just like it way more. iPhone default apps icons. Just quick Google search there. Quick Google search.
Feel free to do the same at home. And
yes, it has a consistent theme in it. It looks way better too, by the way. Normally I don't like Apple's garbage. The one thing that I hate the most, for some reason, I just cannot stand it, is fucking rounded corners. That pisses me off to no end. Why everything has to have rounded corners nowadays, I don't know why. They've also changed that on the Google Play icon.
Look, I can probably tell you some reason why. There's probably either like someone they hire out that has like good credentials behind them to give seminars about all this stuff, and they talk about rounded corners, or that's like a similar school of thought within like schools that teach about this, and thus it's now flooding into the workforce.
I don't know. I don't care why that exists. Android has rounded corners everywhere in the newer versions. Fucking even the Linux UI thing that I use, GNOME have rounded corners in many places.
Oh.
I still think GNOME has nice looking icons that don't fully have like shit rounded corners or like look like the same apps all the time. But Windows 11 also rounded corners everywhere for every fucking menu item, and every like your right click and the right click menu has rounded corners, and the fucking selection box thing where you hover your mouse over when the things change color to show that you're hovering with the mouse over it, that's also rounded corners.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why is everything a kid's toy now? Why?
I don't
know. Care.
I feel like the view of it as a kid's toy is somewhat reductive, but yeah. I don't know, man. It's weird.
But everything is brightly colored, simple shapes. I don't like to hate on simple shapes like everyone else on the internet does. I think simple shapes can be nice. But then if you are Google and all your simple shape is like a strip of colors in the shape of a square, and then strip in the shape of a square, but like an edge is slightly different now because it's the Google Calendar app, and then a strip of colors in the shape of like vaguely a house because it's the Google Home app, that's dumb. I'm sorry, that's stupid. I get why you're telling about this, but yeah, let me just... I need to look this up. Ramble.org, I guess is their site. I just want to look at their default apps, their theme. Yeah, just go to their website and look at their nice little icons. Do they have nice screenshots here? No, doesn't seem like it. Oh. GNOME have nice icons. I like the GNOME icons. That's my favorite ones. Yes. Go to the fucking article, look at the shit looking old logo, and look at the shit looking new one. They've not changed this in so long. The only thing they've ever changed is like the Google font. That they've like changed it, that it says Google Play or just Google whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just move on. I can rant about shitty icons for like so much longer.
I imagine you could. Probably should make a video about it. Write a note down about
I'm not
that.
a designer though. I don't have credentials to criticize that.
Shush, Silas. You don't need credentials to criticize. All you need to do is an opinion. Give it. All you need to have is an opinion, and once you have that, you have the power to criticize. Vaguely cynical now. Let's move on to topic number 2. Apple and Google Chrome come under scrutiny for scammy crypto apps.
No, just Google. You said Google Chrome.
Oopsie
That's a
daisies.
web browser.
I probably because of the come, and then I was like phrasing. Anyhow, I saw the come, phrasing, god damn it, and just auto-filled in Chrome. My apologies. Apple and Google come under scrutiny, phrasing, god damn it, for scammy crypto apps. There we are. From Elon Musk's Twitter impersonators, my apologies, to dubious Discord chats, cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens, NFT, scammers have stolen billions of dollars from investors over the last few years. But now, politicians and law enforcement are turning their attention to Apple and Google, companies operate huge app stores, and how they review fraudulent crypto apps. In letters to Apple CEO Tim Cook and Google CEO Sundar Pichai. Sundar. On Thursday, Senator Sherrod Brown, phrasing, asked that the companies explain their processes of reviewing and approving crypto trading and wallet apps for downloading on their app stores. Brown's inquiries follow a recently released FBI report warning that 242 investors have been scammed out of 42.7 million from. Are you sure that's million? Okay, from fraudulent.
Wrong number, by the way. 244 investors.
Yeah.
Not 242. What do you said?
My apologies, I'm mixing up with the other one. Again, dyslexic, these things will happen.
Yes, that's fine. If I could correct you and you don't get angry.
Anyhow, for millions from fraudulent cryptocurrency apps claiming to be credible investment platforms in under a year. Crypto mobile apps are available to the public through app stores, including Apple's App Store. Kind of redundant, but okay. The senator wrote to Cook on Thursday, while cryptocurrencies apps have offered investors easy and convenient ways to trade cryptocurrencies, reports have emerged of fake crypto apps that have scammed hundreds of investors. Apple and Google did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Earlier this month, several law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and Justice Department, began taking action against scammers accused of stealing millions and sometimes billions of dollars from consumers. Even as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have fallen in price, the prevalence of scams has continued to grow. The inquiries came, phrasing either way, hours before the Senate Banking Committee, chaired by Brown, was set to hold a hearing with cryptocurrencies experts on ways Congress could mitigate scams in the crypto and security markets. Apple and Google have until the 10th to respond to the senator's requests. Delightful, isn't it? Oh, what a
Is it,
world
though?
we live in. What a
I mean,
world we live
it's a
in.
good thing, I think, but I was under the understanding that most crypto scams just like tell you to send your money to some address claiming that, oh, it's like an investment or something. Like if you already have Bitcoin, or they make you buy Bitcoin somewhere and then send it to their wallet instead of like a safe place.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who like take out their life savings, thinking, okay, this is the way I'm gonna make something big to live off of now, and it's like they just get scammed over. I'm sympathetic towards that. But also a lot of these guys do tend to be like people who are already rich and are looking to get richer, so
Maybe. But I don't think that like fake crypto apps are that common, are they? I don't know. I don't think I've seen
how
them.
often do you use crypto? I don't.
I don't use crypto because I don't have a lot of money, but I would use it, and I think it's an interesting space, and I look at many apps very often because I try to find ones that are shit and ones that are interesting. Don't think I've seen
Who knows?
like
Maybe
actual scams.
Who knows? Maybe if you actually had the money, you might not anymore.
That's potentially true, but I don't know. The thing is, with crypto, you really have to do research before you do stuff, but a lot of people don't do it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a space where if you don't read into it really, then you can get fucked really quickly by various different things. Maybe you send something to a wrong wallet and then your money is just lost forever. Or maybe you don't realize you have to pay transaction fees. I think that's actually...
Yeah, gas fees are quite phenomenal sometimes.
Sometimes they can be really high. That's actually... I think I had a classmate who was like, yeah, I bought like $80 off this one crypto thing on crypto.com, which personally I think is a garbage site for multiple reasons. You couldn't find it out yourself and decide yourself. But he was like, oh, it had grown to like 160 euros or something, and I wanted to like withdraw it from the wallet from crypto.com, but I need to have money in my wallet, and somehow the 160 euro don't count towards that. And I'm like, that's bullshit. And that's why I told him to not fucking use crypto.com when he told me that he had an account there.
Ooh.
It's like they have weird requirements. Whether or not that's like actual blockchain stuff, I can't comment on that, but they have weird structures and shit. But yeah, just normal wallets too. And there's different kinds of wallets. Ones where you are in full control, and if you fuck up, that's on you, but that also means you can't get hacked or anything, really. Whereas if you have your wallet on like some exchange or something, where someone else has control over it, yeah, you can get your account back when you lose like your password and stuff, or your device or whatever. But that also means if your exchange gets hacked, you have no money anymore because you don't control it, they control it. There's so many things not good with crypto right now.
Many potential vulnerabilities.
An
abundance of them.
I don't think they are vulnerabilities. It's just complex. It's a really complex topic and a new topic that nobody knows about yet. And if you try to explain it to people, either they will understand it immediately if they like know a bit of tech things, or they will just get really confused. But yeah, just please don't lose your money. Please don't do bad things. Look into what custodial wallets are, what non-custodial wallets are, what a private key is, fucking stuff like that. Just you have to know the basics, the full basics, and don't get scammed. If you see a YouTube comment where it's like, "Oh, this is Linus Tech Tips. You have won our daily giveaway for PC. Yeah. Now send us the transaction for like the post of your computer."
If at no point they mention anything about it in the video itself, it is BS. Do not engage with it.
And that's why you see it under every fucking video, commented a million times. Oddly Crypto, that's the first account that ever followed Uploading Pod on Twitter. Some fake Elon Musk Bitcoin shit.
Well, that's hardly
That's
a surprise.
true, actually.
That is hardly a surprise. It's sad, but just the way the world is right now.
Yeah. And
Some
by
other
the
day.
way, all the crypto bros and stuff, they also, well, I guess I can include myself there too because I think it's cool tech. All the crypto bros also hate scammers. That's not like a thing that or most crypto bros are going to support. Maybe NFT bros. No, not even NFT bros, I think. Getting scammed always is not a good thing. Unless you are a scammer yourself, you're not going to support that, are you? Are you? Send us an email at uploadingpod@gmail.com if you think that we should support scammers because that's a good business model to make money.
No.
And then you'll immediately get banned from our fucking email address.
That is satire. Please do not actually engage with that. I believe that's the entirety we have to go off of at that point.
Yeah, I'm all for improving the lives of people where the only viable option to make money is to scam people. There is some certain places where
that is fair. That is fair. If that's like all the circumstances allow for them, then I hope they get a better situation ASAP.
I don't care where that is, but there definitely is places where it's more viable to scam people over the phone or something over the internet instead of like trying to get an actual job. And that should not be true. That shouldn't be true.
Yeah.
It's not your fault if you're in that situation. But yeah, I'm going to donate money when I have a job, which I have next week. So good on me. I'm not going to talk about it because fuck talking about how awesome you are because you donated shit.
Not to mention,
move, I think.
Not to mention, what have I done here? I've clicked the lock icon. Oh no. Hey, not to mention, charity is more of a band-aid on a knife wound. You kind of, need like a skilled surgeon to come in and deal with that.
Depending what kind of charity it is, yes.
But also, you just kind of need to preemptively, a skilled surgeon, like government intervention on a mass scale, which is always much more efficient than a patchwork network of charities. But also, oh god, my thing is acting up for some reason now. Yay. You just need to preempt it, not need to fix a stab wound, You just need to make sure these situations do not arise in the first place. It is manageable to do so.
I feel like
a theories of economics insist that there always must be a poor class, a lower class, constantly left in poverty or unemployed in order for the sake of the economy not to go into recession or suffer from hyperinflation, which is kind of BS, That's
I don't
kind
think
of
that's
messed
fully
up.
True. Yeah.
I mean, it's uncomfortable truth, but it's like
right now it is. Doesn't mean you can't fix it.
Yeah, like it should not be the case.
Rising tide rises all boats, whatever the fuck the saying is. I forgot what it means.
I mean, fundamentally, in my opinion, it's like just unfettered, unchecked, late-stage capitalism, Like, I'm not saying there can't be some amount of a free market and some amount of, like, a capitalist intent, but it definitely needs safety mechanisms put in place, to care for and look after the people who make up the system, as opposed to only caring about, like, the end state of making more money perpetually. You can see it in just about every industry, and the amount of burnout there is absolutely everywhere for the sake of making enough profits in a certain amount of time. And then, after you do absolutely everything perfect, or like the best you can, you meet the desired expectations, mass wave of layoffs at the end of the year in order to boost the profits. It's just messed up.
Well, from my own kind of like research into how different kind of charity things turn out in the end, I think just doing some kind of charity stuff where the people end up just getting pure money, I think that is the best.
Yeah. I'm not saying charity is ineffective or you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying, like, also maybe lobby your governments, lobby your local representatives from like the lowest scale of government near to you to the highest scale to push for certain things, that benefit people on a humane basis.
Yeah, but then if you're an idiot and you buy a shoe from a company that sends another pair of shoe to Africa or something, you think that's a good idea, but that's not really a good idea, is it?
I mean, probably
because people there have businesses set up already, right?
Yeah.
At least startings of a business. But then, oh look, the white people will give us free shoes now, even though we don't really want them, but let's take them anyway. So
I mean, and not also that,
to give the dude money for our own
expense of shipping and materials for those expensive shoes. If you just gave them the pure cash in order to buy food locally, and maintain a farm and get some livestock, yeah, that is infinitely better for them. Like, just infinitely better. Or like education, so they can get higher paying jobs.
What someone else gonna need when they need it.
Yeah, unless it's like
make their own choices.
Unless it's incredibly generalized, like, okay, here's a bag of seeds.
Well, okay,
some basic fit-all clothing, and here's a shotgun because USA. Topic number 3: Meta's private messaging app for couples is shutting down. Huzzah! Praise the heavens. Another one of Meta's social experiments is shutting down. It's called Tuned, and if you're like me, this is probably the first and last time you'll ever hear of it. Tuned launched in 2020, back when Meta was still Facebook, as an app designed for couples looking to connect even when they're apart. The app comes from Meta's new product experimentation, NPE team, which develops experimental apps and services. Through Tuned, couples can privately share their thoughts and moods as well as send notes to one another, like you can do with literally any other messaging app in the world.
No,
except this one is couple themed for some reason. Okay.
Yeah. Theoretically, not that bad of an idea, I guess.
I get, but like you can just do it with anything else. It's like, what specifically does this bring to the table that you can't already do with any other messaging app?
Yeah, that's true.
There are also games that couples can play to get to know each other. Better. Okay, that's something. In addition to Spotify integration for exchanging music, something you do with any other messaging app. As noted by TechCrunch, Meta started notifying Tuned users that the app is shutting down on September 19th. That's also the cutoff date when users can download their data. Tuned doesn't provide a reason as to why it's getting discontinued, and its app pages on both Google Play and the App Store don't offer any other details. In the spirit of experimentation and similar to previous apps, we try a lot of things, learn, and if our test aren't sticking, shut it down. Jeske Faison, an NPE spokesperson, said in an emailed statement to The Verge. Judging by its reviews and ratings, Tuned seemed to be pretty well received among couples. According to Sensor Tower data viewed by TechCrunch, Tuned had been downloaded about 900,000 times on Android and iOS. Well, that's probably why it's getting shut down. That's relatively low engagement for the company that brings us, Facebook. Installed by 1 billion people. Only 900,000 on this one. And yeah, where's my mouse? Screw. Where was I? It is possible that Tuned shutdown was related to the time it was released, just as pandemic lockdowns started ramping up. Now that movement restrictions have been lifted in most of the world, perhaps fewer couples feel the need to use the app. But then again, Meta's NPE group doesn't have the best track record for creating products that stick. Earlier this year, it shut down the video speed dating app Sparked. There was also a short-lived video sharing app, Lasso, as well as the Pinterest-like hobby. The list just goes on with Ox, Hotline, and Whale, and others landing in the NPE graveyard. Well, at some point you're going to get like an SCP horror collection of these things.
Why is it called New Product Experimentation Team? Why doesn't it have a cool name? Why can't it be like the Meta Labs or something?
I mean, that would be far more simplistic, wouldn't it?
Like,
I think they work backwards from NPE, which isn't the worst anagram, but still.
Truly, but calling it Meta Labs, what was? I think things that have labs in the name or lab is that's like way cooler than anything else.
Yes, because that's what it validates, experimentation and like effectiveness of a product. How cool it sounds.
That's part of it. If you had the best game ever, but it was called the most boring name in the world, nobody would care about it. Right?
I mean, if it was literally called the most boring name in the world, and had some pretty, like, sick visuals around, like, a pretty bland character, that would be interesting, It's like, here's your typical run-of-the-mill Joe, who has now been dragged, kicking and screaming, into a cosmic psychedelic thriller. That would be interesting.
That's not the point. What I said, though, I think
there's
new product.
There's a Metroidvania one I gotta remember. Metroidvania game about, like, eldritch horrors. Ooh, I want to play that. I just remembered that exists. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. And you say 900,000 times, oh, that's nothing compared to Facebook Blue. Yeah, but it depends on how much they advertised this. I remember when they brought out Lasso and I tried downloading it and it said it's not available in your country. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's a dumbass thing they do. Oh, yeah, we have like global reach. 1 billion people around the globe have downloaded this app. Let's release this one we want to experiment in only one market.
There's this meme of like, oh, American companies when they release a new product and then like an image where it says the world, but it's just the United States and nothing else. It's just water around it on the globe.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, honestly.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for HBO Max to at some point come out.
You're not gonna get it.
That sucks. That really sucks.
Has any of our listeners used Tuned or Lasso
or any
Hobby
dead
or
Ox from
or Hotline
Facebook.
or Whale? Well, first of all, I think that it's cool that they have this kind of new product experimentation team inside of Facebook. I think that's a cool idea. That would be probably a cool job, just coming up with new ideas that may or may not be useful for Facebook at some point or another.
I would appreciate some kind of iteration before they just throw these all into the graveyard. Again, I keep saying that, but like just the fact these are just taken out back and shot in the head. Like,
well, but they say it's been around for like a long time. Hasn't it been around since 2020? So it has been around for 2 years. And of course, they're not going to act. They're like completely announce like, oh, the new big feature for Facebook.
Oh,
the Tuned app.
I just realized what we did wrong. You were supposed to read.
Yeah, I know.
3. I've
realized immediately when you started reading it.
You probably should have said something at that point, as opposed to letting me carry on.
No. Well, maybe you're just going to read 3 topics today.
I mean, I'm fine with that if you are.
I don't really care. This didn't make me as angry as I thought it did. It's just a company doing R&D. That's not very angry making. I thought this would make me more angry while reading it the first time. But
you can only get so aggravated off of that. Again, some of these seem useful. I don't understand why they'd shut them down. Like, some of them, if it gets, like, such a low user base, which, again, it's only been told what its downloads are, it could be that completely dropped off with people.
Yeah.
But also, I will say, new virulent strain of coronavirus mixed with monkeypox. You know, I'm just saying, don't make any vacation plans like 12 months down the line. You know, get that in your immediate future. You never know when another lockdown will come about.
Good thing we record exclusively over the internet.
Yes.
That means no lockdown can ever give Sod a free Friday.
No, it cannot. I mean, I work on a Friday anyhow, so it's like, yeah, it's fine. Friday's a work day for me. Why do I have FNAF music stuck in my head? I don't play it that often. Oh.
Moving on to topic number 4, which is Sod's actual topic that he was supposed to read.
Again,
he's going to read it now anyways, even though he's done another one.
You probably should have mentioned it when I started doing number 3.
I wanted to see when you would notice.
I wasn't going to. I read the whole thing. That's the problem.
That's good for me.
Okay. Topic number 4. AMD Radeon RX 580. Fuck off, you little bitch of a name. Nearly doubles Minecraft performance with new driver. Ooh. AMD's latest Adrenaline edition 22.7.1 driver launched just today with claims of OpenGL performance improvements up to 92%. AMD achieved an impressive figure of the company's refreshed Radeon RX 6000 series graphic cards. The mileage will vary on other lesser powerful Radeon graphics cards. YouTuber 54 FPS has tested the Adrenaline Edition 21.7.1 driver on the prominent Radeon RX 58 in Minecraft, and the results were nothing less than spectacular. It's important to note that this is the vanilla Minecraft and not the Minecraft Store version with ray tracing.
Microsoft Store.
Oh, my apologies. Why would they call it Microsoft as opposed? Oh, you download it from the Microsoft Store. Silly me. Silly me. Little sip of water.
Usually referred to as Bedrock Edition in the Minecraft community, but okay.
Well, I imagine this is for people who don't understand what Minecraft is.
Yes.
The driver does not affect the latter. What a shame. In the first test, the Radeon RX 50 delivered an average frame rate of 302 FPS with a low 1% of 71 FPS, there we are, on the previous Adrenaline Edition 22.6.1 driver. With the new driver, the Polaris-powered graphics card pushed the average frame rate up to 547 FPS with a low 1% of 32 frames per second. Well, so we're looking at a whopping 81% improvement in average frame rate. The Radeon RX 50 finished the second test with an average of 254 FPS and a low 1% of 60 FPS on the old driver. With the Adrenaline Edition 22.6.1 driver, good lord, why? It managed an average frame rate of 454 FPS with a low 1% of 61 frames per second. Performance increased by 79%. Delightful. So this is going to lead to some dramatic and rapid improvements for various people. Ooh.
Is this article wrong?
Maybe.
Is it wrong? Because where it says with the Adrenaline 22.6, it managed 454 FPS.
It could
22.6 is the old one.
Maybe that could be a typo.
2.7 is the newest one. I think that's just a typo, like 6 and 7 mixed up. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't mention it in the first one either, so and it just says
No,
second test, so
it says with the old driver, 60 FPS on the old driver right there.
there we are. I must have tuned that out
And
or skipped
after
over
that,
it.
it says with the Adrenaline 22.6.
Yeah, I
Not
guess it's a
managed 400.
typo.
It's just a typo. Miscopied.
I will say this is a remarkable leap in technology. I look forward to seeing how much further we'll go in the immediate future. This is going to. Mm-hmm.
I've always said this. Drivers are way more important than some people think. This is a graphics card from 2017. Do you realize this? How you can buy a graphics card from 2017 and now, many years later, you get like 100 FPS more, 200 FPS more because of a driver update.
That is impressive.
In software, it's not uncommon to go from like an image on screen moving around slowly, 2D shit image moving around slowly to like amazing looking 3D scenes because you've found a smarter way to program something. That's not uncommon. So update your drivers regularly and be happier because shit will work better. Usually. Sometimes they make mistakes and then shit breaks, but things will work better. This is an amazing example for it.
Yeah, I got like an Intel's graphics driver thing I need to update, but like it's not like it stopped being supported and now it's replacing it with something from Adobe, and I'm afraid that will brick everything, so yay. Oh well. I think that's just a nice little bit of information that I'm happy to know about.
Yes.
Do you have any more thoughts about it?
No, I just like that AMD has not stopped giving this quote-unquote old product from 2017. It's not that old, but it's not the newest one either. I like that they just haven't abandoned that, which is usually what these two graphics companies have
really
done.
Neat.
But yeah, that's a very good thing. Very nice. Speaking of graphics cards, this is not a topic, but I'm rather excited for Intel finally eventually coming out with their own big GPUs. We've said this like in like episode 9 or something, where we were like, oh, Intel is releasing their graphics cards in like Q1 2022 and it's gonna be awesome. It didn't come out. As you noticed, it didn't really get released. They have like a laptop version that came out in like South Korea or something like that. It came out. Technically, it was released, yeah, but not really. We've seen like new videos about it though, like on the Linus Tech Tips channel, and I think on Gamers Nexus too. They perform well. They are not high-end GPUs that they are making now. They are specifically targeting like the low mid-range end of graphics cards right now, so like 3060 levels of performance with the highest end ones. But they say that their goal is to make them as cheap as possible. Partly the reason for that is it works well with like modern games that use modern software technologies like Vulkan and modern OpenGL and modern like DirectX 12 titles and stuff. But they also said if you play a game that uses like DirectX 9 or something, like old technology then is going to run really badly. Because guess what? Intel has only made 0 generations of big graphics cards before, so they don't have experience. We're off like 30 years of graphics development, like what Intel and what Nvidia and AMD have. So yeah, but they say they'll improve it. They say they will base the pricing of their GPUs around the performance in those like unsupported games. Yeah, there's unsupported meaning just like using old technology. Just watch that Linus Tech Tips video. I think it's interesting. I may or may not buy an Intel graphics card depending on when they come out, because I have a 1060. I can buy literally any graphics card nowadays that is on the market right now, and it will be magnitudes better than what I have. Like, even when I play Minecraft, I get like 60 FPS. Even if I got the RX 580, which came out 1 year afterwards, I would be so happy. So yeah, but okay, we'll see what happens. I'm just excited for finally getting the third player into the gaming CPU GPU space, and yeah, I like playing around with new things, even though things might be broken and I might be a bit busted before it gets mass adoption and stuff. I think if I have more money, I'll early adopt a lot of things. That's why I wanted a Steam Deck initially. I don't know if I still want a Steam Deck because it's like a year old now or something.
Well, I think it's going to be staying for the long haul, you know? Like, people still desperately want it. It's still a fairly decent portable PC, you know?
Well, yeah, it's great technology, amazing for the value that it gives you, great performance for how much you pay for it.
It gets Linux into household without.
But that's not why I wanted it. I wanted it because it's new and like brand new stuff to play around with, early adopter tech.
That's basic bitch.
When I wanted it and why I wanted it. I don't inherently have a need for a portable PC. But now I do have kind of a need for a new graphics card, finally. The question is going to be, is it going to be an AMD one or an Intel one? We're going to see. Not an NVIDIA one, because fucking video on Linux. Fuck you. Just stop. It just doesn't fucking work. It's changed, by the way, guys. It's slightly better now. I remember like a year ago or something, you literally had to like set up a file, like a text file, like a script that would set the correct monitor to the correct resolution and modes and stuff, because the shit NVIDIA driver just couldn't remember what you set it to. So, yeah, I think something like that. Like, you would set the monitor stuff, like your resolution and refresh rate and positioning and stuff like that. Restart your PC, it's all gone. It's all gone. You don't have to do that nowadays anymore. I don't know why or when that changed, but I like that I don't have to do that anymore, because that was garbage. But anyways, that was a little side tangent. Just watched that LTT video. I think it's also interesting, that video, because they have literally Intel staff there. And it's like, oh, we've said stuff about their hardware, and now Intel wants to prove us wrong, so they'll show it now. Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, well, Intel didn't allow us to run this and this game. And then you see him like wink. But if we had run it, we kind of had bad performance with it, like what they said. So we confirmed what they said. We would have been able to confirm what they do, like hints to show that they've done these things that they apparently weren't supposed to do. There's this other scene where it's like, oh, we might have accidentally turned on resizable bar support, and it might have improved the frame rates by like 45% or something, but we haven't done it. We might have accidentally done it. I think they do a good job with videos. Watch the reviews when the graphics cards come out. Always watch reviews for any graphics cards when they come out. And also, another random tangent, that's just the thing that I'm remembering now.
Go on.
Do you fuckers realize how insane the next generation of NVIDIA cards is going to be, right? They're targeting, I think, like 400, 500, maybe 600 watts, I think they've said before, of graphics card power. That will use so much energy. So much. That's hilarious, by the way, because have you guys looked at the fucking state of PC cases? That's what it's called, not a CPU case. Of PC cases in like the last 3, 4, 5 years. Have you looked at those? Have you noticed that every single fucking one of them has a fully like glass pane at the front of it? Yeah. And they're like tiny little slits at the side for it, for where the air is supposed to get pulled in. I'm telling you, those are not going to be enough airflow for those 600 watt GPUs. If you want to upgrade your GPU for a 4000 series card, please just watch out for your case.
Yeah, you're gonna have to crack open that glass. You know, you're gonna have to leave it off the lock and just at ajar. You know,
most cases are not going to perform very well because that was a trend for a long time. Just completely closed off cases with like almost no airflow in it.
yeah, that's kind of a dumb forgetment.
Fractal design, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, a Meshify. I have a Meshify, not the Meshify C, a smaller one. And that is just a mesh in the front, an air filter, and like 3 fans. That's specifically why I bought it, because I looked at all the cases and I went, this is really dumb. No air can go in through these tiny little holes on like one side of this case. And they all suck.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need your advice before I make any purchases about PC.
Yeah. Well, let's hope there's no lockdown there, and I'll get vacation time because I'll just fly to you and we'll build one. I'm not even joking. That's like, I'm going to do that. Our playing podcast special.
Recorded in the same location.
Send us an email. uploadingpod@gmail.com with your favorite stories, news articles, and anecdotes around tech and gaming. Which graphics card are you going to buy? Are you going to buy a good one? Or are you going to buy some...
The NVIDIA.
Some garbage? Well, no, the NVIDIA ones are good too, unless you're on Linux. It's so stupid too. Like a lot of Linux software just doesn't work with NVIDIA cards or doesn't work properly. That's not even the joke. That's just true. Uploading Pod on Twitter and Instagram. I've never done anything on Instagram in like 4 months or something. Does it really matter? I don't know if it does. Do we need to get what was it called? A hobby account? Oh, fuck. Sorry, it's shut down already because of Facebook's NPE decided to shut it down. That's so funny to me. And yes, subscribe to the show if you liked it.
Yes.
Leave a rating if you want a rating and a review if you want to have your thing featured.
Follow us everywhere you can. What's it? Silas does Linux.
Silas on Linux.
You can find his link tree in all the appropriate places. All the appropriate places to follow him via that. You can find me at Sod Passion Gaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Trevor, or however you pronounce the site's name.
Trovo,
okay.
It's like Trove, but with an O at the end instead of an E. Trovo.
And also at Sod Passion Projects on YouTube and Twitter. You can find all the appropriate places to support me via my link tree. Yes. What else?
Sod Passion Gaming.
Also, if you want like short form content, shorts on my channel, Sod Passion Gaming. Huge help if you engage with them. It means it gets pushed out to more people, and more people subscribe, and I want to get to 1,000 so I can get the channel monetized too. I mean, since I've started doing them, it's both been good. Anyhow, that's a little bit of a ramble from me. My apologies. Now.
Oh, I had another thing. I'm going to push that into the next recording, though. Random thing about this ex-Spotify executive talking about how shit podcasting, normal podcasting with an RSS feed is.
Well, we'll see about that. Look forward to the next episode of Uploading Podcast.
Really angry. That I'm really angry about.
Ta-ta, Wiedersehen, until we meet again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Feet pics. I just noticed there's like a protective peel thing still on the top of my monitor. Ooh. And going down to the right side. Nice. The whole
pretty cool.
thing is activated. And thank you very much, Ixab, for the gears.
Yes. I've had this monitor for like 7 months and I never noticed that there was a protective peel.
You took it off? Why?
Yeah, of course. Why would you leave it on?
To keep it protected.
What? It's on a monitor stand. Why would it get destroyed now?
You never
I'm
know
not
what
freezing or
accidents could
anything.
happen. You never know. What if you just have a little pencil or something and it just slips from your grasp and goes to the screen and leaves a little tear in it? But oh, the protective film is still there. So the screen itself is actually fine.
It's not. It wasn't on the screen though. It was like on the chassis, on the side of the chassis.
Oh, well. Your call then.
And you have to take it off from the screen for cooling purposes. You literally have to take it off.
Ew. Oh no. Well,
Well, at least that's way better then. But yeah.
that's new information to me.
With some screens, I've seen this before on one monitor. No, I think
No, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. We have to stop the thing.
I think on one TV, I've literally seen it. That was a really thin TV where they said you absolutely have to take the peel off, otherwise this will die within like a few months.
Ooh, I imagine that got a recall.
No, it's a super thin TV. It was like actually like a few millimeters just thin.